83% of US workers suffer from work-related stress or anxiety, and 54% of those workers report that work stress affects their home life. Workplace stress has been reported to cause 120,000 deaths each year in the United States. In this video, I'm going to talk about why that is, and better yet, an almost guaranteed way, yes, guaranteed, to get rid of that stress. It's simple, but it's not easy, like many things in life. Welcome back to Anti-Fragile Living. You know, the concept of anti-fragility teaches us that to thrive in this world, we need options. When things happen, when bad things happen, when change happens, we need to be able to pivot, to make adjustments, take a different path. Personally, I've been stressed at work many times. I can remember one job I had many years ago. I had taken a job that had a long commute, maybe 45 minutes if everything went right, or an hour or longer if it didn't. Had a bad car with this old early 2000s blue Ford, I think it was a Ford Taurus that had rust spots on it. I was always stressed if it could even make the commute. I was in a bad spot in life, bad car, but I had to have this job. But I hated it, and I hated where I was in life. But I had to go in. I had to get that paycheck. But I would avoid everything possible about it. Right? I'd get up in the morning. The morning was filled with stress already because I had to go in, get dressed, get in the car, stop at McDonald's for a high-calorie, high-fat breakfast, or Starbucks. Just to comfort myself for the drive in, just so I could make it. Of course, not only was that costing me money, unnecessary money in the morning that I didn't need to be spending, but it was terrible for my health. I remember sometimes that I'd arrive in the parking lot and I'd just sit in the car, just sitting there like listening to one more song on the radio or one last sip of coffee, and I'm thinking I can't do it. I can't go in. I can't go in that door. But of course, I always went in eventually. I had a family to support. I had to get that paycheck. So it should be becoming obvious now from that story. Why are we stressed at work? Because we have no options. In other parts of life, we have no problem creating and exercising our options. If there's a restaurant we used to like and it starts having bad service, or the food is going downhill, or the service is going downhill, the ambiance is bad, the vibe, we just start eating somewhere else. If we're watching YouTube videos and something becomes boring or turns us off, we instantly just scroll to a new one because there's millions of others out there that are, and it's so easy to find another choice. Even with friends and sometimes relationships, we tend to spend less time with people who are turning us off or toxic, and find a new partner or find other friends that we like better. With your job, though, oftentimes we feel so stuck, so committed. There's so much guilt for even thinking about getting something else. We have so much loyalty, we don't even think we have a choice. Little thought experiment. So just imagine for a second, if getting a new job was as easy as watching a new YouTube video. All you had to do was just press pause, press stop, swipe away, click on something new. You'd have no anxiety. Right? You'd have no anxiety getting a new job, no stress. I mean, why would you? Why stress about something? Why stress about something that you can just quit without consequence? Maybe get something better, right? So before I talk about strategy and how to combat this, let's talk about why we feel so stuck with our jobs. Getting a new job sometimes feels like going to buy a new car or going to the dentist. You'd rather do anything else in life, right? There's confrontation with the boss, the sit-down meeting you're dreading to have, the email or the confrontation. It's like a breakup. And then there's the comfort, just the comfort of your current job. There's comfortableness with the processes at work. Switching jobs means relearning everything. It's like a first day at a new school. There's new people, new ways of doing things, a new culture, a new break room, a new lunches, a new vibe of the building, signing up for new insurance and switching all your insurance and your benefits. It's a lot of work. Applying it, just the application process and interviewing is awful. It's draining. It takes work to put a resume together. You might apply to dozens of jobs before hearing anything, and then oftentimes you're rejected or you don't hear anything back. If you do get an interview, it's energy draining to say the least. You're being grilled, you're talking to a variety of people and personalities, uncomfortable questions, tough questions thrown at you, and you still might not get it. And even if you do get a new job, there's risk. What if we don't like it? I mean, what if you thought it was going to be great and the grass is always greener and you hate this new one too? What if it's even more toxic? What if the new company has weird policies or fails in some way? The other thing is we have a sense of loyalty to our current job. It's almost like a relationship. Like I said, it's like a breakup. Have you ever felt guilty about looking for a job or perusing job sites or even thinking about it? I know I have. It's not logical, but it just feels like, I shouldn't be looking. You feel like you have to be grateful for just having this opportunity to get paid by someone else who's making millions off of you. Why is that? The reality is that companies don't feel the same about us. No matter what they call you, if they call you an employee or a member, a team member, part of the family, I assure you that 99.9% of the situations, you're just a number that takes away from the bottom line. You are a human resource, quote unquote resource. And if that resource starts affecting profitability, they won't hesitate to eliminate you. I really don't blame them either. It's not a family. They're in the business to make a profit and do what's best for the company, and you're there to help them. I mean, they do pay you. Don't get me wrong. They give you some good things. I have a job too, but you have to have the same mindset. And then lastly, it's tough to leave because we have friends there. Let's face it. There's friends and connections and social relationships that we don't want to leave. It's part of our identity and part of our social life. So it is very tough to leave a job, and there are many reasons. But wouldn't it be good if you had the option to do so, just in case? Yes. So here then is the anti-fragile plan for creating these options. First would be make sure you're in the loop or keeping track of or applying for positions at your current company. What else could you be doing that's related? What else could you be doing that you're interested in? Make sure to make friends, make acquaintances, make connections with people. Start learning about what they do. What are the challenges in that department? What's good about it? What do they like? And start working on the side with your current job. Start working on the side to get the skills to do that. Job shadow, get a certification, whatever that is. Secondly, what other companies could you work for with the same, with your same skill set, your same position? Keep a pulse on the job market. Review job openings on LinkedIn, connect with others on LinkedIn or other job sites, or just at parties, at connections. Keep a pulse on things. Some people even recommend interviewing every quarter or even every month just to see what's out there, just to keep sharp, just to practice interviewing. I mean, for me, I don't have the energy to do that, but I think it's a great idea if you do. It certainly would put you in a much better position, right? You feel more confident. And then what is your plan B career? Everyone needs a plan B. I think plan B is just as important as plan A. Have a plan C, D, E, and F, or however many you want, but you need something unrelated to your current job, or at least somewhat unrelated, that you can switch to. For me right now, I'm on the side, I'm working on YouTube / video editing / presenting / speaking or teaching. For others, could be you could drive a truck or be a graphic designer or become a nurse or a software developer. Those are easily things you can do on the side. Take night classes that have that may be unrelated to what you currently do, that have great job prospects. They use a different part of your brain, and they are in demand. So whatever it is, start taking action, so that the reality is real and you have a viable alternative. Don't just have a dream of a plan B. You have to have a dream with some skills and some evidence and some action. So if your plan B is to just buy a van and do van life and travel around the country and around the world, that might not be a reasonable option. You have to You have to get good at things. You have to research it. How much does that cost? So get to a point where it's viable. And then once you have that, then you'll have that comfort, that peace of mind to say, hey, this job gets any worse, or they're not giving me a promotion, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to say, hey, it's been real, it's been great, I'm moving on. That's leverage. That's real leverage. That's emotional leverage. That's confidence. And you know what? It'll probably make you better at your plan A job, your current job as well. So now because you're operating on a higher plane, a higher level of performance and existence, and you're not desperate. If you're interested to learn more about how to thrive in this chaotic world, here's a quick plug for my book. The link is in the description below. Lots of stories, lots of practical advice. Please check it out. It's on Amazon. So what's your plan B? Please share in the comments. If you like this type of comment, please consider subscribing to this channel. Give me a like. In this space, I share my thoughts all the time about how we can all live our best lives. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.